Alright, welcome back. Not much this week. Busy with real world stuff and everything, but last 2 days I've kind of been trying to get some things done on F-18. Just finished up doing these, I guess this is a chaff dispenser or flare dispenser on the real one. But what it is for this particular model, I mean it's simulating that, but you take this hatch off and it gives you access to the screws and washers and nuts for the front beam of the landing gear. So that's how you get access to if you need to remove the gear and stuff, which I had done to paint it, and I got everything put back in today. I'll kind of show you that. Oops, sorry. Get these gear doors open. So kind of a pain, but once you figure it out, it's pretty easy. Like I actually messed up and left. I put this shaft. There's a shaft in here, and there's a hole in the center of it that's off-centered, and I had to flip those. So as soon as I got everything in, I had to take it all back out, and I was able to do it a lot quicker. Now that I know the trick. But initially, you take all these back. There's a bulkhead in the back and there's a bulkhead in the front. You take all these screws and nuts out, and then you do the same here. And then you have to basically pull the back end down and remove 2 screws on each side that allows you to flex this a little bit. Then you can get it out. And I had all this stuff off. So if you're going to take the gear out, definitely take at least everything below this elbow here. So let me bring the gear out here. So you can essentially take everything from here down off. It makes it a lot easier to get in. But there's the gear. Decals look great. So getting back to that. So it's got legs again. So that's what we're looking at. You can see all those crappy non-match color. I mean, these things, like this is them putting, I'm like, this stuff they just scrape right off. So I mean, I got to repaint it anyways, but all these, I've got markings just like this, but they're actually right color, and they'll be under the clear coat. I don't know what this is. So, but that's just what you get with these guys. What else have I been doing? So gear, that I went ahead and did the plates for the stab servos as well. All these little plates you got to cut and fit. They don't fit right in the channel. These actually had to sand quite a bit to get to fit in the channel. So that's it. Hard mounted the forward tank. It's still removable, but it's temporary. There's on the top back. Actually, let me do this. Let me set this down and flip it over, and I'll show you. So let's see, get this thing flipped over. What did I hit? Hit something. Oh, with the pump. So this fuselage gets really heavy when you put the gear in it. So kind of see it. It's hard to see because of the reflection, but that beam right across the top of the tank, there's a ply block on the side facing me glued to the tank, and a little screw to hold it there with some rubber adhesive at the base all the way around, and then some rubber adhesive right here. And I'll put some foam and stuff to secure it on the top, but I mean, this thing ain't going anywhere like this. But yeah, if you need to remove it, you just run a steel ruler right through here, break the seal on the rubber glue, It's basically goop, shoe goop. And then remove that and it'll go forward. Yeah, but like I was saying with the gear, like once you take all the screws out, there's what's funny about it is there's two, just like on the front, what hold this block in, there's these recessed screws that go in to that front beam, so you can't get access to them when it's in, because there's, you can't go through the wood, but yet the mounting holes go through the wood, but what holds this block to the frame, which if you could just take this block out, to make life easier, but you couldn't. But same thing here, there's screws that go in the front, so you have to remove those two here and two here, and then it allows this back curve piece to move freely from this bar, so you can kind of move it like that, and that allows you to pull the gear out of the top. So, but everything's back in. My gear mount, or my cylinder mounts, fit perfect. They got clearance for that. Oh, yep, finished these. The ECS vents are glued in. I don't know how well you can see this, but if you look, they actually go all the way through. So I don't know how that'll affect things as far as airflow or pressure or anything, but I can always stop them up if I need to. So yeah, that's it. Getting there. So now I'm essentially ready to put the nose half on and start running all the power system and things like that. And this is my air manifold, so it'd be nice and neat. I'll get rid of a lot of T's. It's probably going to sit right, because this is kind of heavy. I know this thing, because it's going to be so tail heavy with the turbines in the rear, that everything's got to go as far forward as possible weight wise. So thinking either even go further than that, maybe somewhere here. God, those are heavy. I wish it wasn't that heavy, but it is. But it's still lighter than all the T's because I added it up. So I may just put it there and we'll see. We'll see how things go with balance, and if I have to, I'll move it forward to help. But that's where I'm thinking initially for that. UATs are going to go right here, and then all the power system and air valves will be forward in the nose. I might put two back here for the gear, just to keep the distance down, but we'll see. And I got to figure out a place to put the air tanks. I haven't decided on that yet. But next thing I'm going to do is put the nose gear back in the nose. All the decals, makes it look great. Still got to do the landing light. Their landing light was too big, and I essentially just chopped it off, and it's going to mount right here. But theirs was too big and too high, and it's in the fuselage. So I'm going to make one proper size and bring it down, so that way if I ever put a light kit in it, I still haven't decided on the light kit yet or not. So we'll see. But that's what I'm going to do next, and then I'm going to put the nose on and kind of do the final, get ready for the final install of all the electronics and figure all that out. And then once that's done, the turbines were supposed to be here Thursday, but something held up the box, and it said then again was supposed to be delivered Friday, and still didn't come Friday. So UPS doesn't deliver on Sunday or Saturday, so I gotta wait till Monday, which is crazy because I got a bunch of orders in there and stuff. So, but yeah, that's it. I think I'm gonna take a break. I've been at this all morning. I was supposed to fly this morning, but weather here has been crap. So that's about it. So, oh, something to note too. I was going to show you guys this. I got to flip it back around here. So the fuel tanks, right? They go in here. Sit right there. They're going to be aft of the CG, so that kind of helps out. Well, kind of doesn't, because as they fill or empty the tanks, the CG is going to shift forward, and this tank's already forward, so might go just a just a tad aft on the CG for this one weight wise. That way, when that shift, it won't be as much of a forward CG shift. We'll see. I don't think it's an issue. These things are so damn heavy anyway. So, but yeah, this is your CG. This front spar. And when I do my turbines, I'm going to take a string and tie it to the center of this, run back, and do it for both, and then basically point the turbines at this center. That's supposedly the magical way to do this, because there were some issues with them being in the tail. So I'll see how that works out, but that's what I'm going to do for now. That's it. You guys take it easy. Kind of long-winded, just kind of showing you what I've done. I think I showed you guys these. I'm actually going to take and put my shut-off valves under here, so when I get done, shut the turbines down, I can put the speed brakes up and turn my valves off. So you guys take it easy.